Welcome. Today's tarot reading is all about assumptions. So you are going to pick a person. It can be any person, so romantic or otherwise. You're going to bring them to the forefront of your imagination and then choose a pile. And we are going to find out what they currently assume about you versus what you assume about them. And then what is the reality between you? What is the reality of your relationship? Like I said, this does not have to be a romantic relationship. It can be a friend. It can be a coworker. Whatever it is, just take a moment to bring them to the forefront of your mind. So if you want, we can take a deep breath together. And then you can visualize the person. Think of their name, think of a memory you have with them, anything that will bring their energy into your focus. And then you're going to pick one of these three piles. So I have them set up this way because I thought it was aesthetically cute, but I will show you the difference between the piles. So for this pile, these are your cards, okay? So that's pile one. I'll bring it a bit closer. Don't want to spin them around too much. Okay, for pile two, these are your cards. See, it's a bit different for every pile. Okay. And for pile three, these are your cards. Let's see. So different oracle cards and tarot cards for every pile. Okay, so feel free to pause the video if you'd like. Take a moment to decide which pile is calling your intuition the most at this time. And when you're ready, simply click on the timestamp in the description box to go to your reading. So, welcome to your reading, pile one. Let's find out what your person assumes about you, what you assume about them, and what is reality. So, this is going to be fun. We'll get started with their assumptions about you. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Swords in reverse. We have discipline and time and rule your domain with Poseidon. So their assumptions with you are that you're a bit of a homebody. Okay, I feel like they think that you're someone that likes to be in your own space, that likes to be from your home. Maybe you work from home, or they think that you would prefer to work from home if that was an option for you. They see you as someone who is very disciplined, okay, very good with your time. Of course, I'm drawing that from the disciplined time card. And then we have the Two of Cups and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So what I'm seeing that they assume about you is that you're not the best communicator. Okay, they might assume that you actually have difficulty getting along with others, or that there's some discord in between you and other people in your life. I'm seeing like they think that you might be the type of person that's like, fuck everyone, I want to be alone. And then isolates or goes to your own, is just happier in your own space. So they do see you as kind of loner energy. They see you as someone who isn't scared of like arguments. Like you're not going to back down from an argument. You'll say your piece, okay? And at times they might see you as, they might assume that you have like this harsh side to you, this sharp side to you that can be a bit cutting. Okay, so that's why they think that maybe you don't like being around people as much, or like I said, there may be a little bit of discord in your relationships, okay? Maybe you've been incompatible with past partners and things like that. So this is what they're currently assuming about you. Let's see what you're assuming about them. So we have the Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Then we have wildness and electricity and fight for what you want. Okay, so what you are assuming about them is that they're a very mentally restless person. They have a lot of energy to their mind. You see them as someone who will go straight for what they want, right? Fighting for what they want. I feel like you think that this person really wastes their energy. Like they use their energy and their intuitive nudges and things like that in a really negative way. They just kind of spend it. You definitely see them as, if this is a romantic partner, you might assume that there's a lot of chemistry between you and them, like this electric current. But yeah, you see them as pretty wild and like willing to face a challenge, willing to rise up to a challenge. So let's see what the reality is. We'll pull some oracle cards and some more tarot cards. So what is the reality of your relationship between the two of you? What is the reality? I'm going to pull one for this side, one for this side, and then more tarot cards to kind of combine the reading. Okay, so the reality for you that they don't necessarily see in their assumptions is that you are very, very wise. You pulled the crone energy. So the crone is basically a being who has seen it all, who has done it all. They've experienced hardships, they've experienced success, they've experienced love and heartbreak. Like, you've seen all the spectrums of human experience, and you have a lot of wisdom because of that. I'm seeing that things don't actually phase you like they phase other people. So where they see that you might be like in your own world or not really liking to be around others, the truth is you're just kind of past a lot of the lessons that people are learning in this life, a lot of the experiences. I'm getting that you understand life on a much deeper level than most people even expect with the crone. You're not so much a homebody, or you may be a bit of a homebody, but you're not so much like isolated as you are just above it all. Like basic shit you just don't get pulled into in the same way a normal person was. You're willing to walk away from people because you know that people come and go in life, right? That's what comes with the crone. The crone is an elderly woman, right? So usually this person has seen a lot of death in their life. They've seen people leave. So you're not really scared of someone being incompatible to you, or you're not really scared of someone leaving your life. So that's very powerful energy for you. And then let's see the truth on the other side of the coin. What is reality? Okay. The nectar. Okay, so what you're not seeing about this person, or the truth about this person, is they are really focused on enjoyment. They're really focused on just taking in pleasure from their experiences, from their surroundings. So where you see them wasting their energy, or maybe even wasting money in some levels, really their main focus is just enjoyment, is just joy. Simple things like getting themselves a yummy treat, drinking a really nice drink. Those things are what fulfill this person. So they don't actually have as much energy to fight for what they want as you may assume they do. They're more about just enjoying and taking things into their being, right? Nourishing themselves with their experiences. Okay, so we'll pull some more tarot cards to kind of draw you together. What is the reality between you? What is the reality of your relationship? So there's dissatisfaction here. Okay, I'm getting like something has occurred between you guys that has really tired you out. Okay, there may be overindulgence, especially on this person's part, as they are a very indulgent person, whereas you're kind of like above the need for that. But basically, I'm seeing like this started out with a lot of hope, a lot of, it seemed like a really good opportunity, right? It seemed like a beautiful new beginning. And in reality, like, it's kind of just worn you guys thin, okay? So the reality of this relationship is you might actually need to step back from it in a way, or end a part of it that is causing you pain. Not necessarily the full relationship, just whatever is putting you in this Ten of Swords energy. Yeah, the reality of this relationship is that I think you guys kind of hold each other back. We have the Eight of Swords. Or you feel held back in regards to each other. Maybe you guys don't speak the same language in a way. Yeah, and then we have the Three of Wands. I feel like you guys have different visions for what would make you happy, for what you want. And so this causes this feeling of discord between you, or incompatible energy between you, where you're not getting fully what you want from this person and they're not getting fully what they want from you. You guys are kind of creating these assumptions maybe to cover that hole that you're feeling. So yeah, is there anything you can do about this? We'll pull this deck because this deck won't fuck around. You know, I like to be nice and hopeful, so that's why I pull out this deck, because it'll tell you when things are not good. Anything you can do. Ooh. Dancer of Reconciliation. Okay, so there's an ability for you guys to create a bridge between your two ideas for life and your two ways of being. Reconciliation often in the tarot world is thought as just like a couple that breaks up getting back together. In truth, reconciliation has a much more full meaning than just that. It can be the reconciliation of two ideas, making them make sense, two opposing thoughts, making them make sense with each other. And that's what I'm feeling for your pile, is that it's actually possible for you to reconcile your differences in a way that makes you both happy, in a way that makes this relationship, whatever type of relationship it is, much more harmonious and fulfilling. So trying to understand your differences and actually naming them will help you to bridge the gap, rather than pretending they're not there, or, you know, coming up with assumptions about each other. Let's see if anything else wants to come through. Hunter of Abundance. Okay. So I'm getting, like, for both of you, or maybe even just you specifically, when you're in an abundant state, when you're full of money or fulfillment, you know, abundance isn't just money. You can have material abundance where you just have the things that you need and you want. When you're in that state, it's a lot easier for you to understand people. I'm getting that when you're not feeling abundant, that is kind of like your main focus. It takes you away from relationships. So yeah, by going after your abundance and trying to understand your differences, you can create a much more harmonious and understanding relationship with this person. And this is what I'm seeing for you, pile one, for their assumptions versus your assumptions. So let me know if you like this reading in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Hope you have a beautiful day. Welcome, pile two. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out their assumptions of you, your assumptions of them, and what reality truly is between you guys. So we'll start with their assumptions of you first. So we have the Six of Wands, or the Six of Beasts, with the Queen of Beasts / Wands in reverse. We have the Koi Fish Spirit. There is always enough. And what would a legend do? Okay, Beowulf. So I'm getting that this person assumes that you are very successful. This person assumes that you are on top of your game. Essentially, that you have public recognition, that you have support from others, that other people see you as very successful too. They just see you as someone who could really accomplish anything that you set out to do. That's their assumption of you here. With, you know, the Beowulf energy and the Koi Fish Spirit, like, they do see you as a very legendary person, as a mystical person. I'm getting like they assume that you're very impressive. They assume that you have big goals, big dreams. With the Queen of Wands, I'm getting that they also assume like you're the type of person that will not be held down or committed to anything they don't like. Okay, they see you as the type of person who is not afraid to, you know, just take off and do your own thing and go your own way when you want to. I'm also getting like with the koi fish spirit, it says there is always enough underneath. I'm getting that they assume that you have more than enough in your life. They assume that you are financially taken care of, you know, that you are spiritually and mentally happy. Like, they just assume you're in a really good place. This person sees you in a really good light, okay? So let's see what you're currently assuming about them. So you have the 9 of Cups in reverse, or the 9 of Curses, or upright, sorry. The 10 of Swords in reverse. Armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries, and focus on now, Ozymandias. So what I'm seeing you assume about them is that they have a lot of fear, worry, and self-criticism that holds them back. You assume that they've faced some sort of hardships or difficulty in the past that have caused this. You see them as someone who maybe needs to set healthier boundaries, who doesn't really... Yeah, like I feel like you think this person should kind of stand up for themselves more or say what they feel a bit more. You're seeing as this is someone who is very easily taken advantage of. Okay, and I'm getting also that you assume that this person doesn't really plan ahead. They're only really focused on the day by day, the present moment, okay? You assume this person has no plan for the future, straight up. And with the armadillo spirit, I feel like you see a lot of potential in them. Like they could be stronger, they could protect themselves, but they don't. You know, you want this person to kind of stand up for themselves more. Definitely let me know if that's resonating. So let's see what the reality is. We'll start with their side. So what is the reality versus their assumption? That's too many cards. The desert. Okay, so I actually see that you are really separated from something that you're wanting. So where they see you as really full, like maybe they think that you have everything you want, the truth is, in a way, you are starving for something. In a way, you are in the desert, deeply desiring something that you don't have. Okay, the desert is a place of growth. The desert is a place where you have vision quests and where you learn about yourself and really great things can happen. But in a way, you feel separated from what it is that you truly want. So whatever success and, things this person is seeing in you, I'm getting a big part of it is projection. You may have some success, you may have some of the things that you want, but what you truly, deeply desire, I'm getting that you feel a separation from that thing currently. Okay, and we'll see what's the reality of them versus your assumption of them. The self. Okay, so the reality of them is that they are actually very focused on their self-development. They like to show who they are, where you are seeing them as really self-critical, it's actually self-awareness. Okay, they're very aware of their flaws, they're very aware of why they're doing things, and in reality, it's not so much, like sometimes self-awareness and self-criticism can be borderline the same thing, right? So I'm getting, in reality, they just know themselves really, really well. Okay, so they're not really being taken advantage as much as you think they are here. They are doing what they want. Where you're seeing weak boundaries, they're actually following their own desire, okay? They're a lot more self-focused than you're seeing them. So let's see what the reality is of your relationship with this person. And like I said, it can be any type of relationship, but we'll see if there's any messages that want to come through. Oh my god, no. That's like half the deck just fell out. Okay, let me fix that. Sorry about that. Okay, I feel like one or both of you is disappointed in a lack of action between the two of you. Maybe you wish that they were doing more, or they wish that you were doing more. And there's kind of this vibe of, like I said, disappointment. Okay? Because we have the 5 of Curses, which is the 5 of Cups, the Knight of Beasts, and the 10 of Beasts, which are Wands. So yeah, I'm getting like, you both feel like the other person should be putting in more effort for your relationship, whatever type of relationship it is. Yeah, you guys want to be working together more. You want to be on the same page. You want to be aligned, collaborating, and both of you kind of have this same feeling that the other person isn't putting in enough effort. And so this is where your assumptions are coming from. So they're assuming that you're not putting in action or effort towards them because you already have everything you want and you're in such a good space, you don't need them. And you're assuming that they're not putting enough effort or action or energy towards you because they're being taken advantage of, because they're held back by fears and worries. The reality is you guys are kind of mirroring each other here. Okay, let's see if we can pull. We'll pull from this deck. Is there anything that you should do about this situation? Dancer of Inspiration and Shaman of Stars. Okay, so there needs to be some sort of renewal between you. I'm getting though, like, taking some time to get inspired, taking some time to kind of come up with a fantasy version of what this relationship would be like. So if it's a romantic relationship, what is your highest ideal for what this relationship would be like? If it's a friendship, you know, what is your highest ideal? Coworker, same thing. What is the best vision you have? Spend some time envisioning what you want from this person, from connecting with this person, and what would be the best case scenario. That'll help you to kind of get on the same page more, and that'll help you to actually feel inspired to take certain actions towards them. Because I'm getting at this time, on your part, you just don't really know what even work to put in. Like, it's not that you're not, you know what I mean? It's not that you're not trying, you just have no inspiration. So re-inspire yourself. Hope for the future, renew your idea of what this could be between you and them, and that'll create more harmony in your relationship. If you want that. Maybe you don't. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Pile 2. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome, Pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's find out what your person assumes about you, what you assume about them, and what is the reality. This is a fun reading, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. We'll get started right away with their assumptions about you. So we have the Chariot in reverse and Death. We have Ganesha. Ooh. And we have the Sandman Spirit, and it's wise to rest. So what they're assuming, oh, I love how these colors go together. Just look at that. Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, so what they're assuming about you right now is that you have slowed the fuck down. They're assuming that you are taking time to rest, that you've undergone some sort of huge transformation or ending or change in your life. Maybe they think you went through a period of grief or something like that, and so you have slowed all the way down to a stop. With Ganesha here, I'm seeing that they see you as someone with really good boundaries, who is good at looking after yourself. Okay, so they see you as kind of like in a period of self-care right now, in a period of self-focus, after some sort of difficult time. I'm also getting that they assume that you're very well balanced in the financial realm, in the material realm, that you have a good foundation so that you can just chill. Okay, so that's what they're seeing in you right now. They're assuming that you're basically in chill mode, that you're recovering from something. Okay, so let's see what you're assuming about them. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the King of Cups. We have Kundalini. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And Bess. Protect all that is good. So what you are currently assuming about them is that they are on a really good path. You're seeing them as someone who is emotionally balanced, who is basically on top of where they are in life, who is very calm, compassionate, and stable. You're also assuming with Kundalini that they have a lot of energy. I'm getting like you see a lot of spiritual alignment in this person. You think this person is very just in a good place with their spirit, in a good, healthy state. Okay, Kundalini here is indicating all of the chakras being open. So I feel like you see this person as very open, very healthy, very secure in themselves. With Bess, I'm also seeing like you see this person as just a really good and pure individual. You're assuming that they have pure intentions. You're assuming that at the core of it, they're a really good person and they want to protect people in life. Okay, so you can let me know if that resonates if you want to. Let's see what the reality is versus your assumptions. So what is the reality here? On this side, what is the reality of you versus what they're thinking? The Shaman. Okay, the reality is that you are very, very mystical. And you may have gone through a spiritual awakening or some sort of deep internal journey. The reality is that you are here to heal from pain in this lifetime. You are here to heal dark things. You may be someone who is breaking ancestral curses or, familial patterns that other people aren't able to break. The truth is, well, they're seeing you as just kind of chilling. You're in shaman energy. You're in healing energy. And I'm getting that you may have actually gone through more than one death experience or dark night of the soul in your life, and if anything, you're a little bit used to them by now. Okay, you can use them for your good. You know how to take these experiences and use them to benefit you. So the reality is pretty cool. You're a mystical mofo. Oh my gosh. Let's see. What is the reality of them versus your assumption? I think we'll see what we get for the cards before I say what I'm going to think, but I'm kind of thinking that you may be the spiritual one, that you're seeing them as very spiritual aware. Nah, you are very spiritually aware. Okay, fuck, tripping over my word. So what is the reality of them? The Crone. Okay, so the reality of them is that they are a very wise person. They may be an old soul, or they may just be someone who has experienced a lot already in life. They've had all kinds of ups and downs. They've had people come into their life and leave their life, and because of that, they've gained a lot of wisdom from experience. So this person may have kind of like teacher energy or just like wise ancestor energy. The reality of them is that they have a very old soul. Okay? Cool. So the goodness you're seeing in them, it kind of comes just from the things that they've experienced. It's not necessarily that they're a pure person, but they've run through all the impurities already. They've already gone through all that part of them. So we're going to pull some more cards to see what the reality is of your relationship, to connect these two energies together. So what is the reality of your relationship? Your pile is just so pleasing to me. I don't know why. This looks lovely. Okay, so the reality between the both of you is you've both needed some time to hermit and to learn about yourself. This is a very introspective, introverted time for both of you. So that may be why you're kind of coming up with all these assumptions about each other, is you're really just meant to spend this time alone learning from yourself. Okay? You may have your intuition kind of turned upside down with this person, or you're not really sure where to put your energy or which direction that you both should go. And I feel like you're avoiding grief and discomfort together, or you may be kind of settling from it. We also have the spirit world. So I do get that you might be seeing each other in each other's dreams. Like, this seems like a very spiritual connection between the two of you, where you're kind of coming together, whether it's romantic, friends, coworkers, whatever. You're coming together to learn from each other, to learn from each other's different experiences and different spiritual understandings of the world. You may even be providing healing for each other. However, I am seeing like this is a time for both of you to be kind of learning on your own, or focusing on yourself and coming up with the next step. You may both be teachers, or you might be becoming teachers in this life. Spiritual teachers, or just teaching through how you are with people. And I am getting like you guys have both experienced a lot of grief, so it makes you cautious with people. It makes you careful. Okay, so you're both very careful. That is the reality. You're being careful with each other. You're being careful with your own hearts. Let's see if there's anything that you can do or should do to make this relationship more harmonious. Hunter of Mysteries. Okay, so there's a very mystical vibe here, like I said. Hunter of Mysteries, I'm getting like you're not supposed to know everything about this person yet, and vice versa. The way things are going to go between you guys is still up in the air. And Spirit of Destruction. If you're hoping to like date this person or connect on a deeper level with this person, something is going to need to be destroyed first. Okay, something in your life, in your experience needs to change before you would be able to harmonize with this person. I'm going to pull one more card because, you know, it gave us kind of a mysterious answer, throwing the literal mysteries cards our way. But yeah, it's possible too that Ancestor of Hope. It's possible too that you guys are here to trigger some sort of destruction in each other's lives, some sort of change. I really feel like you're helping each other grow, even when you're not necessarily interacting together. Like I said, you may trigger each other in certain ways that just destroys an aspect of your life that doesn't serve you. So this is a very interesting relationship. To create more harmony, get on board with that destruction and really figure out what are you hoping for from this person, from your life in general. And that will help you to align with how to interact with them, what to do with them and their energy. So this is what I'm seeing for you, Pile 3. You can let me know if it resonated or if you like this type of video in the comments below. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video.